Hello guys, welcome once again. In today's video I've got something quite different for you. I am predominantly an EDC channel, or I sort of present an EDC channel, but what I'd like to do today is show you a bit of self-defense. In the UK it seems that crime is on the rise, especially certain crimes, knife crime, robbery, crimes against women generally. You know what I'm saying, it's all in the news, I don't need to explain too much about that. Right, what I've got here is some everyday items that you may be carrying, which can also be improvised items for self-defense. Now, in the UK especially, we're not allowed to carry actual weapons for self-defense. Okay, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, as those items won't fall into the hands of bad guys. Okay, as much, but at the same time, it limits our being able to defend ourselves, our families especially. So what I'd like to talk about a little bit is how you could defend yourself with everyday items in the street, for example, and consider some other things. Right then, let's get into it. Okay, the first thing I never see anyone talk about on these kind of things is footwear. Now, having good footwear is key to me. For self-defense, one of the key items, especially when you're out in the street, because the best fight I've ever had personally is the one that never took place. So if you've got some sports footwear, you could run away from the situation, even if that person hasn't got any bad intentions at all, but you feel that they might have. Okay, you might run away, you look a bit stupid, your pride might be hurt a bit, but ultimately you'll be safe. Okay, and also if you have any sort of martial arts training, I'm no martial arts expert, anything like this, but I've been on certain courses, I've had certain jobs, and I have trained in martial arts in the past, to some extent, where I could get myself out of situations if needed. Like I say, most people in the world are good people, but you do have a certain percentage who will hurt you, rob you, whatever else. Okay, so let me show you some items. First of all, cup of coffee. Okay, you see a lot of women especially, you like a fashionable cup of coffee in the morning. Okay, if an attacker comes towards you, you're pretty certain that they're going to attack you. Why not give them a free drink? Okay, another thing to bear in mind, if you feel that someone is going to attack you, always keep your eye on their hands. Okay? See what I mean? That there is just a piece of hard plastic, but could be a razor blade, could be a piece of ceramic. Okay? Can do some nasty damage. If you jewelry. Okay, boom, boom. You get the idea. Yeah. You could, if you need to, you could do something with this. Right, let's have a look at my bag of tricks. USB cable. Okay, a lot of people have the mobile phone. Okay, often you have a USB cable. Of course you could just use it like this, but the effectiveness of that is going to be pretty slim. But what if you were to do this? Okay, a robust piece of jewellery there. You get the idea. Selfie stick. Okay, this is a bit of a sturdy one. If you have to, you could use it keep the attacker at distance, yeah, or use it as a striking implement if you have to. Water bottle, okay, again, keep them at distance, strike if you have to. Now, we're not allowed pepper spray in the UK, okay, but you might be a gym goer. I'm sure if you use this, yeah, it's not going to feel too great. But just be aware, if you do use this, there's a chance if the wind changes direction, it won't be too good for you either. Secondly, spray paint. Okay, maybe you're a tradesman, maybe you're an artist or whatever. Okay, attacker comes towards you, spray it on them. Not only will you distract them, you can run away, but you've also marked them. So if you need to see the police after, the guy with the blue face did it, sir. Maybe enjoy Asian food. Some of it's wonderful. Chopsticks. You get the idea there, guys. Metal drinking straw. Okay. Again, put your thumb on the end. If you have to, get yourself out of danger. Cutlery. Yeah. Fork. Okay. If you have to, turn them into a Sunday roast. Spoon. Grab the end. Yep. Credit card. Okay, this is actually a bottle opener, but you can imagine credit card, scrape the face, cause a distraction, a little bit of pain for them, get away. You don't want to, especially as a, well, anyone really, there's always people stronger than you. So you don't want to get into a grappling match if you don't have to, yeah? You strike, cause some little bit of damage, get away, okay? Especially women, yeah? What else? Tinned food, especially if you've got something with sort of not serrated edge but raised edge. Yeah, you could keep distance again, or throw it. Obviously, also if you've got it in a bag, it's a Tesco bag. Other supermarkets are available, but you get the idea. Whack. Trust me, this one will do some damage, okay? Now, the rucksack. Many guys throughout history, the Romans, the Spartans, the Vikings, a lot of these guys had shields for good reason, to stop attack. So this is our shield in the modern day for the ordinary citizen. Okay, hold it distance. Inside, I'll just show you. Put something robust in there. So you might have a laptop, you might have a thin metal baking tray. This, I've got a chopping board. Why? Well, it was made for a reason, so knives don't go through it. So obviously, if you've got it in your backpack, hold it up, someone's trying to stab you, like this, and then you could strike with whatever else you got. You could also take this, if it's got a handle like this, use it as a weapon itself, okay? something to consider there. For those guys in America, I say America, any country, like I say, where firearms are ready. Also, if you have some, bit in the UK, luckily or unluckily, like I say, we don't use firearms for the most part. So this, if you've got some metal in there that can stop certain rounds, covers quite a big area, protecting the vital organs. Yeah, you could use it as a shield, whatever. It might, listen, anything that works is a bonus, isn't it? So like I say, give that a whirl. Alright, next up, trekking pole. It could be an old walking stick. Again, keep distance from your attacker, strike, keep them at arm's length, try and get away, more than arm's length. For me, I've probably got about sort of 5 foot of distance between me and them. It's enough to stop you getting stabbed. You can also use it as a striking implement as well. Okay guys, so that's that one to consider. Again, umbrella, same thing. Yeah, we get the idea there. Right then, I've got coins here. Obviously, got some coins. Yeah, whatever. Throw them in the attacker's face. Again, create some shock, surprise, get away. Okay. What have I got next? Keys. Okay, I've seen various things before where people use keys for self-defense. Okay, you can hold it like this. Obviously, strike the bad guy. One thing to consider, if you do use keys, maybe it might be a personal issue why the person's attacked you in the first place. Okay, they might know your address. If you think they know your address and you're using keys, and for whatever reason the keys get dropped on the floor mid altercation, they've also now got access to your house, so that's one thing to bear in mind. Okay. A lighter. Why is this a useful item? Well, someone grabs you from behind in a choking sort of way. If they grab hold of your jacket like this, give them a bit of flame. Okay, they're not going to want to hold on for too long. Okay. Also, you could be in a situation for whatever reason. Might want to, some psycho grabs hold of you, ties you up. Okay, you might be able to burn through a bit of rope or plastic. They've got proper handcuffs. I'll be honest, I ain't got any skills to to open them. But if you, like I say, you might be able to burn yourself out of rope or something like that as well. Added bonus. Or you could just offer them to light a cigarette. They might leave it alone. Right, finally, one of the most underrated items. This is not a tactical pen. It's just a normal pen. It's a bit sturdier than most. Okay, if you strike the individual, don't hold it like this. Put your thumb on the end. Okay, that's going to put the most force in there. All right, guys. Anything else? Oh yes. Now, knives, horrible little implements, especially when used in the wrong way. Right, the bad guy likes to use these. Also, one thing to be aware, if you're in some sort of security industry, police, armed forces, a lot of them will know about this anyway, but a lot of bad guys now are using ceramic blades, and the reason they're using them is if you get metal detected, they've got the one thing, whatever, it won't come up. So just be aware of that, guys. Those of you especially who, I'm not talking about the armed forces or police now. I'm talking about guys who may be working on doors or anything like this. Okay, look out for that as well. Yeah. What else? Other than that, the belt. Last but not least, yeah. If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, pre-2000, you might have felt the bad end if you're a bit naughty. Okay. Obviously, a bit of a sturdier buckle than the average. Yeah. So you could use that as a. One thing I will say, right. If you've got loose trousers on, yeah, and you're in that sort of situation, you pulled off your belt, whatever, it may cause you problems. If they slide around your ankles, you're getting beaten up with your trousers around your ankles is a bit more embarrassing than just getting beaten up, isn't it? So it's also another thing to consider there, guys. I hope you found this useful, and if you're a bad guy, I hope you don't watch this video. Take care, stay safe, peace.